So we have to contemplate the possibility of a mass extinction. In the long run, you don't have to worry too much about mass extinctions, where by the long run now I mean maybe periods of, say, 10 million years or so. So a mass extinction event is a pretty sad thing. Here's a picture of the seafloor before the biggest mass extinction event and afterwards. You can see the complete impoverishment of biodiversity that happened then. But then, after tens of millions of years, it bounced back and it became even more interesting. So life does have this amazing way of bouncing back from these major disasters, and it even seems to get more interesting each time. So from that point of view, which is a very sort of cosmic, or at least long-term terrestrial perspective, we don't really need to worry. We may die out, but it's very unlikely that we're going to kill off all life on Earth. And even if we do, really, there's nothing to worry about. There's lots more where that came from. There are about 100 billion stars in this galaxy. If one of them just manages to have life for a while and it fizzles out, well, I'm sure there's plenty of interesting stuff happening elsewhere. Since I tend to think on large scales, that's usually how I sort of calm myself down after reading the newspapers. You know, so something happened over there. I'm actually usually more interested in what's happening over there. There's a very large black hole there. That's sort of more interesting to me. And really, that galaxy isn't such a big deal. There are 10 billion of them in the observable universe. The observable universe means not just what we can see now, but what we could ever see. In other words, if you look back into time to the Big Bang, you see 10 billion galaxies. So that means that there are about 10 to the 21 stars in the universe, of which ours is just one. So on the grand scale of things, it doesn't really matter to anyone what happens, except, well, for us, of course.